Hey, Mike with Rove Pest Control here. And did you know that sometimes when you get a pest control treatment, you might actually see more pest activity for the next couple of days? Well, it's actually true. In today's video, I'll be explaining why that happens and why that's actually a good thing, so stay tuned. Now, you might think a little crazy that if a pest control service did a treatment on your home and then pests magically start appearing, more than you had seen in the first place, that something was up, that maybe the pest control service was spraying something that was attracting pests. I guess that might be cool if that happened. It might bring in more business, but that's not really the case. That's not how things work. And so what happens though is when you get a pest control treatment, it can actually increase pest activity, but that's a good thing because what's really happening is it's flushing out pests that have been hiding throughout your home because they're trying to get away from that pest control product that's actually going to end up getting rid of them and killing them, right? So typically pests, once they get in your home, they're going to hide out in cracks and crevices, in between wall voids, hard to reach places that you're not really going to see, or most often not really notice them. So for the most part, when you start seeing pests, the reason is they're kind of overcrowding, that they're so many in place already that's why you're starting to see them, that they're coming out and becoming active because all the hiding spots are kind of taken at that point. So not really a good sign if you're seeing pests in your home, but when pest control services treat your home, those are the first places they're going to start treating, is in those cracks and crevices, in those wall voids, those hard to reach places where pests like to hang out. And so now imagine if your home filled with smoke or filled with poison gas, would you just kind of hang out in your home and just take it all in and die? Probably not, right? So pests do really the same kind of thing. So as a pest control service starts putting product around, putting it in those hiding spots, those cracks and crevices, pests are going to try and escape and get out and get away from that product. And that's typically why you're going to start to see a little spike in activity from those pests. Now, at the same time, people often think that pest control is just an immediate thing. Like they'll spray a treatment or they'll treat your home and then immediately, within a minute or two, all the pests are just going to die. That doesn't really work either. That's not how it works. Where it's a process, pests have a lot of different life cycles that they go through. So you might require a couple different treatments to kind of hit multiple stages where the eggs might need to hatch, for example, and then you'll hit that next round of the new larva that's coming out. Or again, it treats for the adults and you have to do something different to get the larva, for example. So again, a lot of different things go into it. So a lot of times it's a process. And at the same time, a lot of times these pests will get treated with the product, but they don't just die immediately. It might take a day or two to start to really take effect and for those pests to die off. So again, if you're seeing more pest activity, often, pests will have a great sense of touch, a great sense of smell. They'll work on pheromones, and often pest control products can interfere with those functions of pests, so they kind of start to freak out, right? They're trying to get the product off of them. They become more active. They're running around, and this is actually a good thing too because they can end up interacting with other pests that haven't come in contact with the product yet. They can spread it around. They can spread it around, again, your house more because they're trying to get away from that product and end up spreading it to other places. And this can all help to get rid of more pests in your home. So again, it's a good thing that you're seeing a little spike in pest activity because they're coming out of hiding. The product is working. You just got to give it a little bit of time. Now, not all companies are created equal, where some pest control companies, they'll let you do like a one-time treatment, and then that can lead to that increase in pest activity. And then at the same time though, typically you'll see that go away after a day or two. But if you didn't, one thing that we do at Rove Pest Control is, as part of our general pest control service, is that in between treatments, we'll typically do, a monthly or a quarterly treatment, depending on what kind of pest it is, what kind of products we're using. But if you see a spike or an increase or a lot of different pest activity in between your scheduled treatments, we're going to come out for free and treat again to make sure that we get rid of those pests. Now, Not all pest control companies are going to do that. Again, if you're doing it at home, you might have to keep buying product after product. And again, not all pests are created equal. So, you know, if you're on your own trying to treat for pests, you might use a product that isn't effective on the specific pest that you have, or you have multiple pests, and so you're going to end up spending a lot of money on products that might not really even work to begin with. Whereas if you go with a pest control service like us at Rove Pest Control, we can use a variety of different products that have more of a residual life, that are going to last longer, be more effective. And then for whatever reason, if you see that spike of pest activity following a treatment and it doesn't go away after a few days, we can come back out and treat again to make sure that those pests stay away. Where a lot of companies out there don't necessarily have that kind of service guarantee. And then especially if you're going to be doing your own pest control, there's not really any guarantee or different things like that. The company aren't going to come out and treat again because you're doing it yourself. So you're kind of footing the bill. You're responsible for that and getting rid of those pests at that point. So again, if you're seeing an increase of pest activity following a pest control treatment, not a bad thing. That means the product's working. But again, you know, make sure the company you decide to go with for a pest control service has those kind of service guarantees in place. So for whatever reason, if the pest activity doesn't decrease after a couple days, they can come back out and treat again. And like I said, here at Rove Pest Control, we'd end up doing that for free as long as you'd be on our general pest control service plan. So again, hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share, and be sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest pest control tips and tricks to keep your home pest free. And then also, you know, if you have pest issues, you'd like to set up that general treatment for your home, head on over to rovepestcontrol.com. And then also, as a first-time customer, you can head to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off. Just fill out that form there and you're going to end up getting $50 off your first service with us. So if you're a brand new customer and you'd like to get that great discount, head on over to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off and fill that out to get that discount. But once again, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.